Yo, what's up, y'all? I want to jump on here real quick. First of all, I want to say it's my birthday. Thank you for all the birthday wishes. And you know, with this birthday coming up and everything, and just putting everything in perspective, and with me starting this new the journey, journey to wealth, and it just made me think about something, that's really more important than anything in the world, and and it's nothing but wealth. It's the best wealth you can ever have. It's it's the top wealth, and people don't talk about it enough. People are not challenged enough to go out and look for this journey, look for this wealth, and to people more compare wealth to dollars and cents and leaving something for their kids or grandkids or whatever. That's how people equate wealth. But to me, wealth is, spiritual wealth. Spiritual wealth and your physical wealth, your health, your mental, your those are the main things that's concern me about health and wealth. When you got health, you got wealth. When you got spiritual connection, you got wealth. There's nothing compared, like money could never replace wealth of health and spirituality. When you got that, you got everything. You got everything. Nothing can replace that. And and to me, right now, today, it never meant more than anything ever before, because I went through, a little health scare where I went to the doctors, got checked up, and that's important, is getting those checkups. Getting those checkups once a year, at the beginning of the year. If you haven't went out and got one, go get one today. Because even though you feel healthy and even though you feel okay, something could be going on in the background and you wouldn't know it till it's too late. And that's the last thing you want to hear, coming from your PCP, your health provider, is that it's too late. Like, it's nothing we could do for you. And that's when it's really horrifying, to your ears, is that it's nothing that we can do. You know, we can find some things to keep you comfortable and all that, madness. But the worst thing you want to hear to your ears is that the doctor has found something and there's nothing they can do. So that's why, it's so important for people to get out here and get to their doctors, get to their PCPs, and get checked up on the regular, because you never know. You never know what's going on with you inside. You feel okay, you look okay, you look great, you feel great, all those things in place, but it could be something bubbling underneath the surface that you don't have no clue. And you wouldn't if you ain't get a checkup, you know. So that's why I implore everybody that's watching this video right now, that follows this channel, even if you don't follow this channel, that you just come across this video, you know, go out there today and schedule your appointment for your checkup, for your yearly checkup. Don't put it off another day. Do it today, because there's nothing more important. Because think about it like this. What if you get that bag? What if you start coming up and you really making a mark for yourself, financially, in the business sector or whatever, whatever you reaching for. What if you get to that point, and you will, and you get there, and now you can't really enjoy it because your health ain't right. You it's something that was bubbling underneath the surface, and you could have gotten to it before it was too late, and you could have took some meds for 2 to 3 weeks or whatever, and you on your way, and you good. But you chose to ignore it. You chose to ignore those pains and aches or whatever, or just getting a checkup, and now you left with this. Now you feel like your life is in order. What you've been trying to get was, attain that wealth, make them dollars make sense. And now, you're left with this. You're left holding the bag of what am I going to do now? And that's the real thing that's really important today is like you got to you got to really focus in on your wealth, you know, and nothing means more to wealth than your health and your spirituality. And let me touch in on spirituality. Like with that, you gotta pray more. You gotta worship more. You gotta get into that zone where as though, you know, you only focus on the high and mighty, almighty, and that's God. There's nothing more important than God. God is numero uno, should be numero uno in your life. Whatever you connect with that you call God, that should be number one in your life every day to start your day with. To start your day off every day on the right note is to tap in with God. If you ain't just talking to him or praying to him, however you tap in, you could do it when once you get out on the side of the bed, or you kneel down and pray in your little private places, or you in the shower. Some people pray in the shower. It don't matter where you connect with God at, but just have that connection with him, because it's nothing like it. Nothing can replace that. That's the most important wealth that you can obtain today, right now, in this society that we living in today. What we're dealing with, nothing can replace that. Nothing. Zero. Don't let nobody lie to you and tell you different. If you watch social media or whatever have you, anything, they'll talk about the money. They'll talk about getting the bag. They'll talk about, this and that, and getting a new girlfriend, how that could change your life and stuff like that. But nothing could change your life like having your mind right, being spiritually, grounded, tapping in with our Creator. It don't matter who you call it, Allah, whatever, Christ. Don't matter who you call it, but just tap in with that higher power and just pray and have that grounded, foundation that you building on is your spirituality. You know, nothing in this world is more important than that. You got your spirituality, you got your health right, and your mental state. Your mental state, you mentally focused, you mentally intact. You're not dealing with no stress. If you don't know how to deal with stress and you find yourself stressed out and lashing out at people and you can't control yourself, go talk to somebody. Tap in. Tap in. There's nothing wrong with sitting on somebody's couch. And I know us as black people and black men, we got a problem sitting on somebody's couch and saying, hey, I can't deal with this, I can't deal with that. That don't make you weak. That shows you strength, that you see where you're weak at and you looking for help. That's the sign of a strong man, of a strong woman, where you could say, hey, I'm weak in these areas and I'm trying to build it up. I'm trying to fix this, and it's nothing better, than a person tapping in, with a psych or psychologist or whoever, a friend. Talk to a friend and let them, somebody that you can really, you really consider a confidant. Not just one of them fly-by-night friends. I'm talking about somebody that's been in your life that you can talk to and hold a conversation with, and they can help you alleviate some of that stress off you, what you dealing with. If this person got their head on straight, don't talk to somebody got more problems than you, and all over the place. Don't listen to them friends that's all messed up in the head, don't know which way is left, but they know how to tell you how to live your life. No, listen to that person who's figured it out, who you see that's dealing with issues and coming up out of it. That's who you talk to. All right? And let's focus on that. Let that sink in, and let that be our wealth beginning point. Let's get our minds right. Let's get our spirits right. Then we'll go after the bad. Let's start there. Let's start there. Let's start there and deal with our mental and our spirituality and our health. Go get that checkup. Go get that appointment. Set it up with your PCP. Call them today. Don't put it off another day, because we keep putting it off and make excuses, and you'll never get to see them. See your PCP. You'll never get to see it. You keep putting it off, because that's what we do. You know, we just want to say, all right, I'll do it tomorrow. Oh, I'll do it. And you find something else to do. Nothing more important than that. And you can pray anywhere you sitting at, in your car, in your office, at the dinner table, you know, and is nothing, you know, more fulfilling than saying a prayer and leave it at God's feet and feeling like, you know, you left it there and you trusting in God that whatever you're going through, whatever you're dealing with, you just need to talk. There's nothing more gives you more relief than having that prayer to God and talking to him and sending and giving him your problems and letting him know what you're dealing with and what you're going through. And watch how things work out for you when you tap into God. Like, you can tap in with your mom, your dad, your brother, your sister, all these people, your cousins and your friends, but they can't change things for you. Not like God can. God can get you up out of them dark places like you would never believe. So I just want to sit that there with y'all and let that marinate with y'all and tell me what y'all think. Hit me in the comments, you know. Let me know how y'all feel about that. What's important to y'all? How did that, you know, hit y'all? How did that make y'all feel for me to talk about this, for y'all to get an understanding of, you know, what's really important to your wealth? And it's your health and your spirituality and your mental state. Because a lot of people out here ain't right today. And that's why you see so many crimes and so many crazy, you know, deranged, lunatic type of activity going out here. Not just with the adults, with the kids. Because they don't have no stability. They don't have no foundation of spirituality because their parents and grandparents didn't pour it into them. They was raised by kids who don't have it. That's what's wrong with our society, because our kids is running mad and they don't have no foundation. They don't know where to look to. Like my grandmother instilled it in me, you know, to be a prayer man, you know, to pray whenever I had any problems. You know, my grandmother put that in us. My grandmother always ran us off to church even though we didn't want to go. You know, and I thank her and I bless her soul for that today, because she gave me a foundation that would never leave. Nothing could shake my foundation when I got God first. And that's important. That's important to our society, and that's what's missing, is us putting God first, putting God before our relationships, putting God before our health, putting God before our wealth. That's what's important. All right, y'all? And I'm going to just leave y'all with that today, and let me know what y'all think. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe. And somewhere in one of these, over here, one of these boxes is my video I did before. You know, how I learned how to, you know, hack the algorithm. You know, tap on it and tell me what y'all think. And teamwork make the dream work. Just remember that before you watch that video, all right? It's your boy Ray, and this is the journey to wealth. All right? And we on it together. Wow, I just saw a guy throw trash out of his car. I don't know if y'all caught it on video, but that's one of my pet peeves. I hate that when somebody throw trash out their car window. Like, take that trash home with y'all, man. If y'all do that, man, that's the worst thing you could possibly be, especially in Philly. Like, Philly is dirty enough. We don't need people in Philly dropping their trash out the window and throwing it out on the highways and just don't care about your neighborhood, don't care about your city. You know what I mean? That's crazy, but I'm going to get off here, and peace to y'all, man. I love y'all. Peace.